Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel Doctor's Corner. Today we will discuss about the clavicle bone. So in the first year you will have osteology in anatomy. So in that you will study about the various bones. So in the upper limb, the first bone you will study in the medical college is about the clavicle. So today we will study about this clavicle. We will keep it brief to the point, which will be useful for the first MBBS student for exam point of view. So in this 5 to 6 minute video, we will try to cover the parts of the bone and its how to determine the side and few important attachments. Okay. So let us now discuss about this bone clavicle. So it is also known as collarbone and the beauty bone, okay, or the beauty bone. So see this one, this bone, okay, which is present anteriorly and it is a subcutaneous bone. So this bone is a clavicle bone. This is the original clavicle bone which I am holding right now. Okay. Now, what are its functions? So just briefly, it supports the shoulder, this one, so that the arm can swing clearly away from the trunk. Then the clavicle transmits the weight of the limb to the sternum. So weight of the limb is transmitted to the sternum with the help of this bone. Okay. Now, what are the parts of the bone? So with this brief introduction, now coming to the point, parts of the bone, basically it has two ends, medial end, lateral end and the shaft. Okay, two ends, one is medial, one is lateral and one is the shaft. Now the peculiarities, before peculiarities we will first determine the side, whether this clavicle is of right side or left side. Usually in anatomy examination, practical or viva examination, the bone is kept and you are asked to determine the side. So please listen carefully how to determine whether this clavicle is of right side or left side. Okay. So this is of right side. Okay. Now just see carefully, the lateral end, that is the outer end, is usually flat. Okay, two ends, as I said you, one is outer end, that is the lateral end, medial end. So lateral end of the clavicle is flat like this. Okay, and the medial end is bit broader and rounded and broadened. This is the medial end. Okay. Now it's like a large quadrilateral. Okay, medial end. Now shaft, as you can say, it is a S-shaped shaft. So the medial two-third of the shaft is convex anteriorly and lateral 1/3 of the shaft is concave anteriorly. Okay. Hope you remember this very important things to determine the side. So first important thing is the lateral side is flattened, medial side is elongated or rounded, quadrilateral in shape, and the shaft, that is the middle part, which is S shaped, medial 2/3 is convex anteriorly and the lateral 1/3 is concave anteriorly, and superior surface is usually smooth because it is subcutaneous, and inferior surface you will feel some ridges. So this is how you need to determine the side of the clavicle. Then peculiarities of the clavicle. So it is the only long bone which is lying horizontal in our body. You know, the other bones like humerus in the upper limb or the femur in the lower limb or any other long bone, they all are vertical, but this is the only long bone which is horizontal in our body. Then it is subcutaneous throughout. You can feel your clavicle. Okay, it is subcutaneous throughout, especially on the superior surface. Now it is the first bone to ossify. So these are the very specialities of this particular bone. So it will, the primary center will start ossification by the age of 5th to 6th week of gestation, that is intrauterine life itself. Okay. Okay. So primary center, secondary center will appear around 20 to 25 years. So it is the only long bone which ossifies in membrane. This is another peculiarity, and it is the only long bone which has two primary centers of ossifications. So remember these peculiarities of the clavicle. After knowing that, let us discuss some details about this bone. So as we have discussed, the shaft has two ends, one is lateral 1/3 and second one is medial 2/3. So first we will discuss about this lateral 1/3. So this lateral 1/3 has two borders and two surfaces. We are discussing about the shaft. Now we are discussing the details. Now we know the anatomical position. So this lateral 1/3 has anterior border which is concave forwards, as you can see in this bone, and the posterior border which is convex backwards. So, this lateral one, just concentrate only on this part of the bone right now, lateral 1/3. So, anterior border, posterior border, then superior surface and inferior surface. So, superior surface is a subcutaneous, okay, and inferior surface, very important structure we should remember in the lateral part of the bone is, most important part you should remember is this conoid tubercle, okay. I do not know you can see in this camera or not. So, on the inferior surface there is a projection, this small projection, this is known as conoid tubercle. So, only thing you need to remember on the lateral part is this conoid tubercle and a ridge, okay, this rough surface, the ridge, that is trapezoid ridge for the attachment of the trapezoid muscle. So, two important things only you need to remember on the lateral surface, the lateral part of the bone, that is the conoid tubercle as well as the trapezoid ridge, okay. Now, coming to the medial 2/3 of the bone, this medial 2/3 of this bone, that is the shaft, again it has two surfaces, anterior surface which is convex anteriorly, posterior surface which is concave, okay, or the smooth surface concave towards the back side. Superior surface is rough on the medial side, and inferior surface again on the lateral half there is a longitudinal subclavian groove and a Newton foramen lies at the lateral end of this groove, okay, there is a subclavian groove. So, medial end, this you should remember regarding the shaft. And regarding the ends, there are two ends, as we said, lateral or acromial end. Why it is called as acromial end? Because it is attached to the acromion process of the scapula to form the acromiclavicular joint here, scapula bone. You will study about that scapula bone in some next video. Now, on the medial, this one medial end, it is known as sternal end. It is attached to the sternum bone, that is the manubrium sterni, okay. So, lateral end is again flattened above downwards. So, we have already studied this thing. Then regarding the peculiarities we have studied about the shaft, we have studied again. So, medial end which articulate with the sternum like this. So, this is the middle bone, sternum bone, this is clavicle, how it articulates to form the sternoclavicular joint, okay. Then about the ligaments, they form the joints, two important joints with this bone, acromiclavicular joint and sternoclavicular joint. So, at the lateral end it articulates with to form the acromiclavicular joint, it has basically the joint capsule. Medial end, you need to remember these three important ligaments. One is fibrous capsule of the sternoclavicular joint, then articular disc, that is posterior superiorly, and the interclavicular ligament superiorly, okay. Now, the next important thing is about the muscles, most important thing which is asked in the exams and you are supposed to know is about the muscles of the like attachment to this bone, okay. We will study about the lateral and medial, and I will just give a mnemonic for 5 important muscles you need to remember, okay. Let us see first what are the important muscles which are attached to the lateral side or the lateral third of the shaft. So, anterior border, this gives origin to the deltoid muscle, this muscle where usually the intramuscular injections are given. So, this one lateral side deltoid muscle anterior, posterior border gives insertion to trapezius muscle. So, anteriorly deltoid muscle, posteriorly trapezoid, starts with D, starts with T, okay, and this conoid tubercle and trapezoid ridge gives attachment to the conoid and the trapezoid parts of the coracoclavicular ligament, okay, that is for the ligaments. Remember two important muscles, deltoid and trapezoid, okay, D and T. Then coming to the medial 2/3. So, most of the anterior surface gives the origin to the pectoralis major muscle here, anterior surface pectoralis major, and the half of the superior surface gives origin to the clavicular head of the sternocleidomastoid muscle, this muscle. So, on the medial side pectoralis major, then sternoclavicular muscle, and then oval impression on the inferior surface gives attachment to the costoclavicular ligament, okay. So, these are the important muscles, and a subclavian groove gives insertion to the subclavius muscle. So, remember 5 important muscles, and how to remember this? Just remember TS, that is Telangana state, TS DSP, okay. let me write down for you people. TS, okay, it's just remember two important thing, TS, DSP. T stands for Telangana state, that is not Telangana state, it is just a mnemonic, TS DSP. T stands for trapezius muscle, S stands for subclavius muscle, and D stands for deltoid muscle, S stands for sternocleidomastoid muscles, and P stands for pectoralis major muscle. So 5 important attachments you need to remember for this particular muscle. Okay. Now applied anatomy. So what is the significance of this muscle clinically? So it is one of the commonly fractured bone by falling on the outstretched hand. So usually the young adults or during the teenage. So usually after a fall by a outstretched hand, so this particular bone clavicle gets fractured, and the commonest site for the fracture is in between the two curvatures, that is the medial 2/3 and the lateral 1/3. Okay, that is the commonest site, and the lateral fragment is displayed downwards by the weight of the limb. Trapezius muscle alone is unable to support the weight of the upper limb, and congenitally sometimes this muscle is absent or imperfectly developed, and that particular disease where the development is not perfect, it is called as cleidocranial dysostosis. Okay, in this condition the shoulders droop down and approximate anteriorly like this. Okay, where there is a absence or not developed clavicle. Okay, so this is all about this bone, clavicle. So please subscribe our channel Doctor's Corner, and we will be making such informative lectures of all the subjects of the MBBS. So please subscribe it and share the link with your friends. Thank you very much.